There is a new free viewing platform in the City of London on floor 58 of the second tallest building in London. The views are absolutely unbelievable, and the viewing platform is higher than the Shards, the tallest building in London. This is Horizon 22 at number 22 Bishopsgate, London. As well as looking at the views and visitor information, we'll look at the location, old maps, context and a bit of history. Please stay to the end for all the detail. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images. This is floor 58M. It is almost impossible not to gasp or go wow after coming out of the lift lobby and looking out of the windows. And this is at the top of a stairwell going down to the viewing area. The double height gallery is a good touch which really helps to improve the sense of awe. The views are just amazing. I was also fortunate that it was a bright, clear day. The only slight downside was the glare off the windows from the bright sun, which impacted on a couple of the photos. It is quite bizarre that it looks down on the viewing decks of several other buildings, including 8 Bishopsgate next door, even though that is 50 stories high, and the garden of the walkie-talkie is even lower. And then there is even the previous highest viewing point at the Shard across the Thames. We will come back to these views and more, but first let's look at the outside of this building, number 22 Bishopsgate. This is the view of the City of London from the south side of the River Thames, with HMS Belfast in the foreground. Now, if we go back to 2001, look at the view behind the ship. It is incredibly different. There are no skyscrapers in view. Though the NatWest Tower did exist, it was just out of the picture. Then, let's come forward to 2014. When I took this view from the River Thames, we can see a very different skyline, with gaps where several tower blocks now are, including 22 Bishopsgate and 8 Bishopsgate next door. It was then still possible to just about see the old NatWest Tower, now known as Tower 42. Then here, in 2023, we can now see 22 Bishopsgate dominating the skyline. Let's talk height. This tower, 22 Bishopsgate, is 278 metres or 912 feet tall. The old NatWest Tower, Tower 42, which was the tallest in London from 1980 until a whopping 2009, is 183 metres or 600 foot tall. Number 8 Bishopsgate next door is 204 metres, 669 foot. Then there's the Shard at 310 metres, the tallest in London. That is 1,016 feet high. But the viewing platform is not at the top. However, it does have 360-degree views, though there is a charge for this. So where is it? Well, number 22 Bishopsgate is obviously on Bishopsgate. It's located near Leadenhall and is so incredibly hard to miss as it dominates both the street view and the skyline. It is huge. Its entrance is right next door to the lookout, which is number 8 Bishopsgate's viewing platform, which I've done a separate video on, link at the end. It is close to Liverpool Street and Cannon Street mainline stations, as well as the Bank Tube station. It's also only a 15-minute walk from London Bridge across the Thames. The entrance to the viewing gallery is here, where we can see the small queue. Going in, there is an efficient checking in process before going upstairs to airport-style security. Once through that, which didn't take very long, you then proceed to 2 lifts which take you up to the 58th floor, or more precisely, floor 58M, because there's a mezzanine level there. It is very fast, 40 seconds, and that includes your ears popping to get to the top. And then where to start with these views? There are so many amazing things. I suppose the thing that really hit me, it was a very clear day, is the sheer distance that we can see. The River Thames was glistening in the sun with boats going by and tiny cars going over Tower Bridge. Looking towards Docklands, we can see the third and fourth highest buildings in London, 1 Canada Square and the landmark Pinnacle. Looking towards Vauxhall and Battersea, we can see the new buildings there with a power station in the distance. St Paul's Cathedral, which for hundreds of years was the tallest viewing point, is now very small from up here. Then there's the Wembley Arch, all the big railway stations, and Alexandra Palace in the distance. It isn't 360 degrees, so we can't see the area around the Olympic Park. But what we can see is great. And there were just gasps and looks of amazement from very happy visitors all around me. One thing I did find particularly interesting was looking down and seeing the many cranes as the new buildings go up or are refurbished. So, what was here before? Looking at the 1875 map, this was a densely packed area, but the buildings were nothing like as high. Interestingly, what was here immediately before in 2017 had been a building site for many years, and this started with the abandoned Pinnacle building. A core was partially constructed, but then abandoned until around 2016, when it was demolished and work on the current building commenced. As with the building next door, 8 Bishopsgate, it was part of the planning permission that there had to be a free viewing platform. Interestingly, there are more floors above, going up to number 62, and these are likely to be restaurants, but in 2023 they're currently empty. The planning authorities are keen to make this area of London more appealing to visitors for 7 days a week, and also to try and entice people currently working from home to come back into the offices here. It is not that long ago the City of London was absolutely dead at weekends, especially when compared to the West End of London. And these free viewing platforms, the authorities hope, will play a major part in increasing the number of visitors here. Visiting information. If you want to be sure you can get in when visiting, booking is essential. This is the sign outside, basically showing everything is booked for today. I found using the website very straightforward, and it is great that it is free with such amazing views. It is open 7 days a week and is absolutely worth a visit. The platform itself is fairly sparse, but it does have a toilet and a little cafe. Another interesting point is that you are directed to a different way to exit the building. Go up these stairs, to another small mezzanine floor with great views, and then down to these lifts with a bit more ear popping and back down to the ground. This is the link to the video I made on 8 Bishopsgate, which is next door. And this is another one I did on the Docklands, where I managed to photograph 1 Canada Square whilst it was under construction. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be making more similar ones, so please subscribe, like and click the alerts bell for new releases. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience. Change seen through images.